Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig is a game where you are a world-renowned master builder, and the Mad King himself is asking you to design his castle. This is a tile drafting game where each tile is a room in a castle. The base game is a 3 to 7 player game where you work together with players to the left and to the right of you to build a castle. There's also a 2-player variant where the third player is an AI, aka Ludwig himself. In the expansion to this game called Secrets and Soirees, it adds 3 more of each original tile, totaling 21 new tiles to play with, and 2 brand new rooms called an activity room and a secret room. There's also a brand new specialty room called ballrooms and 1 new throne room in order to bring this game to the 8-player count. Hello, hi everyone, what's going on? Today we're talking about Between Two Castles, and we're also talking about the brand new expansion, Secrets and Soirees. Now I'm going to give you an overview of the base game, and then I'm going to show you what the expansion adds. So in the base game, everyone draws 9 tiles and you secretly pick 2 of them and pass it on to the next player. What this game comes down to is pretty much a tile drafter. So all you're going to do is pick some tiles from your hand, and then you're going to be playing them cooperatively with the player to your right, along with the player to your left. That is the core of this game, and everyone starts with a throne room tile. And then you have 7 different kinds of tiles that you can add to this throne room. Every tile that you place also has 2 things that you also have to keep in mind. 1 is where you put that tile, and 2 is how you can optimize the amount of points that you can score from placing it in that specific location. Now in terms of location, every tile has to be put on the throne room level and above, except corridors that can be placed anywhere, and also you have downstairs rooms that have to be placed below the throne room. You also have outdoor rooms, and since they are mimicking literally the outdoors, you can't place anything above them. That's one big thing that you have to keep in mind when placing tiles. It's with every 2 tiles that you get each turn, it's figuring out where you can put these tiles as you're building both castles on either side. The second major thing to keep in mind is how many points you can combo off of those tiles. Each tile will tell you at the bottom how it scores points. For instance, this is a utility room. These rooms will score you the most points when it has a lot of rooms connected to it that has the listed icon. Now each of those 7 rooms in the base game also have a bonus every time you place a third room of that type. For instance, when you place your third food room, you can draw 5 tiles from the supply and pick one of them to place in your castle. When you place your 5th tile of the same regular room, you also get a second bonus, like the fountain for instance, which automatically scores you 5 points. And this acts as an outdoor card. Another specialty room is the tower, and you get points for each room below it. Now in summer, you're gonna pick a stack of 9 tiles, and then you're gonna pick 2 from that stack of 9. And you're gonna be thinking to yourself, okay, I have a living room and a sleeping room that I chose from this stack. Both have to be placed at the throne room level and above. The living room likes to be in the center of everything, so I can probably put that here in my castle to the left to start off. Now for sleeping rooms, on the other hand, the bonus states that it wants to have a ton of variety of rooms in the castle. It doesn't matter where they are, so I'll just put it next to the throne room from now. And then you continue building and layering these combos. You draw 2 tiles from a stack of 9, pass it on and repeat, and once that stack is gone, then that is the end of 1 round. You play the game for 2 rounds, and then the highest score will win. In the 2-player variant, the same rules apply, but you'll be building a castle with another player and with Ludwig. You take turns between each other, choosing a tile for yourself to build a castle with each other, and also taking a tile to build a castle with Ludwig. Now that takes us to probably the reason why you're here, and that is, what does this expansion add to the base game? Now like I mentioned in the intro, there are 21 new regular room tiles, 3 of each of the past 7 types of rooms. There's also a brand new room called activity rooms. These have to be placed at the throne room level and above, and how scoring for this one works is that it gets points per tile orthogonally adjacent to it. However, if it has a tile that it doesn't want in any space surrounding that activity room, it's gonna drop to scoring only 1 point in total. For the bonus room, when you place your 3rd activity room, you get to draw 3 ballrooms. You'll pick one of them, and that gets placed immediately into the castle. Now ballrooms also get placed at the throne room level and above, and each ballroom adds something completely different to the game. With a ballroom, you actually have to consider the adjacent castles, because ballrooms are going to score points for that type of room listed in the neighboring castles. Now ballrooms still play in conjunction with the base game, because when you place your 5th tile in any regular room type in your castle for the base game, you're allowed to gain a specialty room like the fountain or the tower. Remember that? Well, now you can also draft a ballroom as a choice when playing with the expansion as well. The second new type of room is a secret room, which can be placed anywhere in the castle. Secret rooms mimic the room that the arrow is pointing to, and it can also mimic or duplicate the secret room itself. So basically, a secret room can copy another secret room. The expansion also comes with these markers that also allow you to distinguish which type of room that secret room is duplicating as well. These rooms, however, do not have a 3 or 5 room bonus since they are the type of room that they are pointing to, but since these secret rooms can be placed anywhere, you can even duplicate a living room and place that secret room underground, or place a secret room above an outdoor room. Now in the expansion, there's also a rule change for sleeping rooms. These rooms will score 4 points if your castle has any 6 regular room types by the end of the game, and specialty rooms do not count towards this rule. Secrets and Soirees also adds 8 new bonus cards, which are the 3rd tile bonuses for utility rooms in the base game. There's also a personal castle variant where you only build 1 castle for yourself. And in this variant, there is no co-op. You'll have a castle token and 1 throne room in front of you, and the game plays exactly the same, except you score what you only build at the end. To add on to this, there's also a 2-player version where both players do not play with Ludwig. Still build your own castles, and ballrooms will score points for these rooms in your castle and in the other player's castle. And the last thing we'll go over today, this expansion also adds 2 different solo modes or solitaire modes that I'll very briefly introduce. The Between Two Castles Automa adds in a Automa deck, 4 room type cards, and a turn order card, as well as player aids. This mode has various difficulty levels that set a base score for Roburg, which is the castle built by the AIs, and how many extra tiles that the AIs are given. AIs are also given a shared hand, and there's a set standard and guidelines for which you have to follow for the AI to choose tiles and to also place them in various castles. The second mode is called the Introvert variant, where you and Roberta von Roburg will each build a separate castle. Now this one also introduces the same difficulty level standards and a few adjustments from the Automa to adhere it to this separate castle building. And that is a preview of the Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig and the Secrets and Soirees expansion. Now if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, for hanging out with me, for being here, and I'll see you all in the next video.